And Smith. And it'll be a 2nd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hauschka adds the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go now.
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. And his pass incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Osweiler. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Osweiler. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
first carry for LaShawn McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. That one goes for 36 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And he slings one that's incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, Allen. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Again to Elliott. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey. Detroit!
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
2nd and 10 now, Osweiler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Allen off the play fake. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Given 16 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass.
Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The left side completion to Jones. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The rookie Allen sharp on this drive as he leads his guys up 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This give is to McCoy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kelvin Benjamin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Right back to him on first down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. Able to push his way through. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. On the counter, here's McCoy. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now Scarborough looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And the Steelers have scored yet again, really opening that one up. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough across the 30 to the 31-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Osweiler. Flush to his right. He's airing it out. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Second down, here's an option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. No sign of a slowdown from McCoy in his age 30 season. This is 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jamarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Allen. Flushed out right. It's complete right side to Benjamin. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. This up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Off the play fake. Here's Osweiler. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And now here's another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Second down, it's McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
Check.
To the air, Allen. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But both teams practiced this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
They go to Elliott again, and he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw it with Osweiler. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Osweiler now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to Allen. He's been busy and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They go play action with Osweiler. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Now let's go.
10th carry now for McCoy. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Is actually going to throw it here. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
first down carry here for McCoy. How did he stay on his feet? 31 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Buffalo, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.